Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo here. So this video is going to focus on the ultimatum that the United States and specifically the White House has given South Africa to comply with, or else it is going to jeopardize the relationship between the United States and South Africa, which means that AGOA is at risk, the trade relations is at risk, and of course the tariffs that we know that Trump has become so popular for. So all of this came out after the Afrikaner-delegation went to the United States. Now, the South African delegation went there and got their asses handed to them. And it seems that the Afrikaner delegation managed to get more done with just 3 individuals than with the entire South African delegation that went there. So what are these 4 requirements that the White House is demanding that South Africa adhere to in order to continue this relationship going? Well, let's listen from the Afrikaner delegation.
Today the delegation had a very important meeting at the White House with senior staff. It was a very frank meeting in which very important issues were discussed and a very important statement was issued.
The White House demands that farm attacks and farm murders be classified priority crimes. They also demand that the ANC publicly distances itself from kill the farmer, kill the Boer.
The White House also demanded that expropriation of any property only takes place subject to fair compensation being paid and only once all legal processes has been exhausted. The White House also demanded that American companies be exempted from all black economic empowerment legislation.
So as you can see, the 4 requirements are: condemn the singing of Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, make farm murders a priority crime, exempt American companies from the ridiculous and racist broad-based black economic empowerment laws. And then, of course, another one that is quite important to the United States is ensure that property rights in South Africa is still respected by a willing buyer, willing seller, fair compensation for land, and no expropriation without compensation. I think in a democratic nation that is reasonable. I think firstly, in a country that is so violent with 84 murders a day, it's reasonable to ask politicians and people to not sing songs about killing people. So condemn the song. And then with regards to making farm murders a priority crime, it makes sense because farmers feed the nation. Therefore, you will look after these individuals. I mean, we've got priority crime for rhino poaching, but yet a farmer is not a priority crime. So rhinos is more important than the people that feed the nation. How does that make any sense? Anyway, those are the 4 requirements that the government of the United States want South Africa to acknowledge. But now the question is, will they? We know that the ANC, specifically in the GNU, do not like to be told what to do. They are communists, after all, that has serious links with China, with Russia, with Iran. And therefore, I highly doubt that they will acknowledge and accept these 4 basic requirements that in a constitutional democracy would be common sense to acknowledge and adhere to. Now, the consequences of them not accepting these 4 terms is that tariffs are going to increase in this country, and the second biggest trading partner, the United States, will probably decide to not trade as much with South Africa. So tens of thousands of jobs are on the line. There are many, many companies that will close their doors if the government does not decide to adhere to these 4 very basic requirements. And in essence, it's pretty much just telling South Africa, do not do stupid things and protect the people that are feeding the nation, and ensure that if people are going to buy property, that they pay fair market price for it, and that they don't just get it for free because they decided 300 years ago somebody stole that land with no evidence whatsoever. It's reasonable. It's not unreasonable. Now, the big question is whether the ANC and the GNU government will adhere to these requests. I think most South Africans would see these requests as very simple and it should be accepted, but we know that whenever the world goes this way, South Africa goes that way. But just note that What is asked here is for the GNU to swallow their pride and just acknowledge what is fair and truthful versus not accepting it and causing more pain and suffering for the people of South Africa. So, what do you think the GNU is going to do? Do you think that they will accept these terms, or do you think they will reject it and cause more pain for South Africa? And that's pretty much all I got to say. Be sure to subscribe to the Truth Report on all the social media platforms, and be sure to check out for more amazing content coming to you from the Truth Report. Till later, cheers and peace out.